Hi, this is Eka Capiotis, and I am just tickled to be here tonight on behalf of the Front Royal Women's Resource Center, me and my buddy Jen Avery.
Hi.
Hi. So tonight it's our woman gathering, and this is the third time we've gone Facebook Live. We have a group of women out here, and it's funny how many of them have said they do not want to be on live. So we've decided that we have to go out and kind of make it a stealth video. So we're going to come out in a minute.
Da-da-da, da-da, da-da.
But first I wanted to say, because a lot of people are asking what is WomanGathering? Well, WomanGathering is a combination of a number of really wonderful things that the Women's Resource Center has done in the past. WomanGathering, where we did educational things. Soup and Soul, where we'd gather women and we'd all get together and talk about a theme. Somebody's, okay.
A man is crashing the party.
And then also our radio show. So the theme for tonight is a celebration of Valley Women Today. We had a radio show. The first show was in June, I think it was June of 2001. And so we had 1 to 2 radio shows a month until this past October was our last one. And so we've transitioned our show into doing this Facebook Live. So we are really wanting to welcome women, all women in the area, to come and join us. It's about having fun, connecting, also learning something, and being able to be with each other. You do not have to be a business person. This is not a networking event. It's really about just women connecting with women. So why don't we go ahead and check out what's happening out there. Right now. So, I think they know. I think they know we're coming. Head over this way, and this is Joyce and Barbara Way. They're the coordinators of the organization, the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. It's over here right now.
The case was closed.
Hi. Okay, we're on Facebook Live.
Hello, everybody out there.
And Joyce, tell me what it is that you're doing now. What's your role in the Women's Resource Center?
I'm currently the president, and I'm also the chair of the Girl Grant Committee. And we just had a meeting today, and some exciting things we're planning for this year for girls and future plans.
And
so
the Girl
keep
Grant,
them busy.
can you say just?
Yes, the Kim South Girl Grant is in memory of Mary Ellen South's daughter. It's an opportunity to recognize middle school age girls and give them an opportunity to learn more about themselves, to develop some skills, appreciate their self-worth, communicate with peers, all sorts of different activities. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
That is wonderful. It's such a gift to the community. Yeah, thank you. And you have been on the radio before.
Yes, I have.
Did you by chance have a little memory that you wanted to say about that? Or?
Just, I'm always nervous.
Everybody is. But that's a really charming smile. So thank you so much. And thank you for taking on the presidency.
Thank you. It's quite a challenge.
Yes.
But it's good work.
Yeah.
It's
And you
good
get a
work.
lot of support.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a team effort.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, it is the village.
It's a village. That's right. That's right. So hi, Laura. Nice to meet you. We're live on Facebook. So, surprise. Please go on. Help yourself to some wine and food and that. Okay. You might want to go around that way.
We're authentic and loose here. It's okay.
Barbara, our immediate past president. Thank you for all you've been doing. Do you have a particular memory of the radio show that you'd like to share? Not right now?
I do, but probably you don't want me to share that memory.
Oh, no, this is, the whole thing is on Facebook Live, it doesn't have to be perfect.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I was really only on the radio show once.
Okay.
We talked about the resource center. So.
Oh, was that the time that we were on the bus?
Oh, no,
You
no.
did the
you're right.
last show.
We did the last
You
show.
did the last
Well, there we
show.
go. That's a memory.
Yeah.
And
we were on the.
You're right. You're right. That is really interesting. The Camping for Hunger bus. Right. Right.
That's right.
So.
I was there too that time.
You were there, that's right.
So that was interesting. It's like walking on a bus to go on a radio show. That's gravitating to this. So that was
That was
fun.
great, that was fun, yeah. It was a great way to end our program.
It was.
So, all right. Well, we're just going to keep.
Yeah. Make sure you speak loud too.
Hi, Nikki. How are
Nikki
you?
Lynch, and I'm from the library director. I'm sorry, but I haven't been on your show before.
Well, we need to fix that then, don't we? Yes. All right. We'll make sure and bring you into one of our programs then. Yeah. Would you be willing to do that?
Sure.
Oh, great. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're live.
And now, Joe Ellen is the founder.
I think I have to go now.
Little bells, drums.
I brought it. I should show my little newsletter.
That's right, you should.
Yeah,
I'll get it while you're
it's
talking.
in the chair. This show started in 2001, and I just talked to Kelly Walker yesterday, and she actually started the whole, along with Andrew, they started the whole community radio show program. And she ran it for a while, and then they started giving it out to various groups, and we got one, and that was on April 5th, 2001, our very first radio show.
Yay.
Yay, and Mary Ellen South was our very first interviewer, and she was there for 11 years.
11 years.
11 years.
Let's give her a round of applause. Mary Ellen. She might be watching, so yay, Mary Ellen. And you were on the show. You were also
Well, I attempted. I always got very tongue-tied when I was on the radio, a bit like now. But but I interviewed Eka twice, as a matter of fact, that first year. Once for energy medicine and once for cranial sacral therapy. So that was our debut.
And it was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
Yes,
for sure.
and then you turned out to be a wonderful host yourself. So.
Who knew? Should I say how that happened?
Yes.
Somebody, we had and I was trying to remember her name and I cannot, but she was on the host for a short time, and somebody said,
Molly.
that she was going on vacation, and she said, I'm going to be on vacation, can you fill in? And I was like, yeah, I can fill in. And then she never came back.
I know, she disappeared, as a matter of fact.
But I've enjoyed it, so it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. And I've interviewed you on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah. So you should be an old hat by now at this.
I think I am.
Poor choice of term. I think
Oh, Eka.
am I turning red? Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know. It's been years. But what I remember being interviewed was just how easy you made it and how skilled you were at interviewing and making me feel comfortable and getting whatever information you needed to get out of me. But I was just very impressed.
Oh, no. I did not pay her to say that.
There's a shill.
Well, thank you, Janet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll second that. It
Yes.
really did feel easy when it felt like, you were speaking from the heart and interested. You weren't just sort of, asking a question and then off you're smoking a cigarette. and that's happened to me before. I've had interviewers ask me questions and then they sort of fire the question and then they look away and they're doing something over here and you're on camera answering. And it's very
that must be really difficult.
disconcerting. Yes. You look around the monitor and you see yourself going, So there was none of that with you. Radio was wonderful.
Thank you.
It was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think Eka was very good at preparing us for what we were going to, face in the interview. I can't even remember if it was 2012 or 2013. It was about the Front Royal Farmers Market. So I was there as a consumer, and then I had a woman with me who was a farmer. And we were being interviewed about the farmers market. And it's true, when those microphones come at you, and it's like, but it's just like Eka made it like it was sitting in this room, and we're just chatting away. And I had one opportunity when Eka was on vacation. She asked me to be the host. Fortunately, she came back, because I only did it once. And that was with one of our other members, Nancy Forrest, who was involved with a rescue operation for golden retrievers. And we had a wonderful time, but it was a little bit daunting. And I actually forgot to say, oh, now we're going to take a break. And all of a sudden, the ad comes on. And that was when Mario was still there, and it was like, okay, I'm supposed to say now we're going to take a break. But it was, you realize it was not the easiest thing to be the host. And you had to be sort of on top of the time and what was happening. And Eka always did a good job that way.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm the more recent memory too, so. Yeah, and it was great because having you talk about the farmers market we'll have to get you back to do that again when farming time comes around. Because that's the purpose of this, is really to get information out to people that's helpful. And a lot of people don't actually get out and get involved in the community. And it's such a shame because we have tons of really wonderful people here. So, no. we have a few really shy people here, so we have to put them on the spot.
I would also, if I may, I also volunteer with the National Park Service, and I'd like to put in a plug that Warren County, I think, is one of the few counties, and certainly for a county this size, we have 2 national parks. And one is Shenandoah National Park, which we all know with Skyline Drive, and the other one is Cedar Creek Belle Grove National Historical Park, which has a wonderful piece of that battlefield is in Warren County. And I think that's really special for us to have those 2 national parks within our county boundaries.
And we have a state park.
And a state park,
fantastic
that's right.
park.
Really good.
Yeah.
So we are very fortunate with our recreation and history.
Yes, very much. Great, thank you. And I know we didn't really talk about you. So Janet, you're an amazing artist.
Yes.
Ignore that fish. Yes. You can be amazing. That's right.
Your incredible sculptures out of screen. You take like window screen and make these jellyfish and eagles and polar bears, and what else have you made?
The latest one is a flying pig.
A flying
They do.
Oh,
They do fly.
But I've sort of gotten tired of screen. So I'm going back to clay, which I used to do. I was a potter for 10 years. And I just want to try a different medium. And Chuck has his pottery studio there, so it's all there. So I'm experimenting with that, and we'll see what.
right. And watercolor and acrylic, and you make beautiful. Yes, you've really done some amazing work.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Brome.com, B-R-O-M-E. If anybody wants to plug, give us some time. You can do that.
Janet Brome.
Yeah. Is it janetbrome.com?
For my website, yeah.
Okay, Janet Brome, B-R-O-M-E.com. And next to you is the incredible Christine Andrea, published author of many books and woman of many interests, and an incredible artist too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Um,
I mean, let's
What'd he say?
If I understand it correctly, you had a random thought like, I think I'll take up doing some artwork.
No, what happened was I got sick and I couldn't write anymore. I had this thing from fibromyalgia called brain fog, where you can't focus on anything. But I did find after I started to be able to move again and take some walks that when I was trying to draw them, I wasn't aware of the pain anymore. And that also, unlike all the writing I've done, I look at it and I think, that's not so bad. Usually with my writing, at the end of the day, I'd read the couple pages and I go,
Although you have been published and not self-published. I mean, you are a truly...
No, St. Martin's was my publisher, and my editor was there. I did 4 books with St. Martin's, 3 murder mysteries, 3 murder mysteries, 1, you call it, it's like a dark thriller, and then a book on my work with hospice. So those were all a lot of work. Then I got sick and I couldn't continue my career as a writer. So I worked on art, which very, but now I'm going back.
And are you some
Actually, Andrea, AREAE.
Right, thank you much. And I have to say that you generously turned the tables with me, and in honor of my 30th year of doing body work, you interviewed me.
That's right. How was it?
It was great.
What did you do?
You were very kind and warm. And
Well, I'm not going to beat you up.
This is a hardball, huh?
Yeah.
Right. All right, so Beth.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, she
Well,
didn't do it.
I was eating over here this delicious spread.
And we're here because of you, because you've created this wonderful space.
I didn't create it or fund it. It's from the community for the community. And I'm just very blessed to have folks enjoy it and be here. And it's wonderful to get to know you ladies better and being more involved with the Women's Resource Center. It's an honor.
Thank you very much. Beth Waller, teamwaller.com.
Teamwaller.com.
There you go. All right.
Thanks.
Hi, come on in. We're on Facebook Live, so come on in. Stop your traffic. Kathy, would you like to say hi?
Yeah.
And then we'll say hi to you too.
Oh.
Okay, great.
I don't know.
Yeah, have a seat. Hi. Kathy Crutier, you've been on the radio show a few times, haven't you?
Yes. I think we talked about holistic nursing. We talked about the plane tree philosophy when I was at Warren Memorial. May have talked about a fabulous trip I took.
You feel very passionate about, and you have it's really become part of your mission to talk about this, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Can I ask you to repeat what you had just explained a couple seconds before? Because I lost connection just for a moment. So thank you.
Okay. How many of those do you need me to go back to?
And you're very passionate about.
Oh, the most recent thing that I interviewed about the heroin epidemic. We're very passionate about it because we lost our son to the heroin epidemic in 2012. Hope to help other people, other families, hopeful that they will not have to suffer as we did.
Thank you, Kathy.
Can I say one of them?
Yeah, say all you
One
want.
of my very first times with the Resource Center was very, very early on. Maybe Joelle and you remember, and I don't remember there or not, but there was something on the street. We had to wear masks, and I brought
remember
my
that.
daughter, and I think she was probably in her teens, and she loved it to be around all these wonderful, energetic, lively, exciting, intelligent women.
They are fun ladies. I
It was
second that.
absolutely.
And you remember what we made masks out of?
Paper
Plates.
plates.
That was so great.
It was
That was a
great.
really wonderful one.
That was.
Yeah.
Speaking of making things, this one behind the camera here, have you ever noticed these hanging on the wall here?
Yeah.
They're from Jen Avery. She makes them, they're called Jenspirations. And she gets these downloads of these amazing quotes to go with pictures. Or she'll get a quote and then she'll find a picture to match. And they're really fantastic. They are.
And do you have a place that people can find that?
Facebook page right now, Jenspiration.
Jenspirations? Okay, great. All right. Yeah. And they're really lovely, really beautiful. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
The story behind that
Yeah.
Jenspiration is I have to
Isn't
give
this fun?
Heidi Rutz a little shout out for that because she would say that I Jenspired her. I would get all peppy and crazy, and I can get kind of down too, but she loved it when I would get peppy and crazy, and she'd say, "Oh my gosh, I need some Jenspiration. I need to be Jenspired." So that's where it came from.
That's great. Oh, thank you. All right, and our newest arrival, Laura.
Talk about being put on the spot.
I know.
I just came off the street. You know? I met Eka today on Facebook, and she invited me here. And the reason why she met me was because she was interested in one of my paint clubs that I have once a month, and I meet with people who like to paint. It's a socialized kind of thing, socialization thing. I just retired from teaching art to elementary school for 15 years here, but total 30 years of teaching. And then I found myself like, what am I going to do? You know, so I went back to subbing, and I decided that I really like teaching adults. And it's been fun because the people up on Blue Mountain, it's kind of a closed group, and we're meeting each other, you know, neighbors are meeting each other over fun times. So this Saturday we're having a St. Patty's Day get together, and we're going to be painting and, you know, eating green snacks. But I didn't realize how many artists were here. I've kind of been a hermit. I guess I shouldn't say hermit. I mean, all I did was work and come home, and work and come home, and I didn't get to meet anybody here, and no time. So now that I'm retired, I want to take that effort to come out and meet people in the community and see how I can help the community and, you know, meet other people and what I can do and what we have here. So that's basically why I'm here.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. It's wonderful.
Blue Mountain Studio. Is
Blue
what
Mountain Studio.
I call
Okay.
that.
And you're on
It's my
Facebook?
home, but I just call it Blue Mountain Studio. And I'm on Facebook, yes.
Great.
Laura.
I'm so glad you came. Thank
Laura
you.
Corbello.
Okay.
And we have Carol.
And we now have Carol Toba, another artist. So
I'm going to get you.
we're putting you on the spot. So we're actually talking about radio, and because we're transitioning kind of the energy, not only of the radio show, but the WomanGathering and the Soup and Soul. You've been to all of those. And bringing it into this third Thursday event that we're doing here from 5:30 to 7:30. So were you on the radio? Were you ever interviewed?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. Would you like to say a little bit about what you do and why you're here?
Well, it's a little offbeat what I do.
Perfect.
Jo Ellen's been to my house. She knows I'm a medium and a psychic, and I do energy healing, maybe similar to what you do, but not with the hands-on way. And I like to spend a lot of time in the woods and in the mountains and communing with nature and whatever nature spirits are there. I've just been given a new name, Moon Eagle. So when I was on top of the mountain, and so none of you have heard it, but other people have heard when I go in the woods, my phone will start saying we got a message, and usually it's Civil War guys, and I work with them. They're around and they know how to work my little phone, and they do, and a lot of people have heard it, so I encourage them to go on.
All right.
Sometimes I get messages in writing. One person said, "Hi, Carol," and that was not a Civil War person. He didn't know. They don't know how to write on it, but they just know how to make it right. So that's what I do. I spend a lot of time in the woods.
Would you like to share how people could get in touch with you?
Yes, my phone number is. That's what you want.
That's what you want.
636-4591. I also have email.
That's good.
So.
You do.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
Carol has been anti-computer for years. So you have
Well, I have a couple of computers, yeah.
All right.
I want to run them over a lot of times. And I threaten them, put them under the car, run them over.
One of the things that Carol didn't mention that I want to mention is, speaking of the newsletter, poetry. You're a beautiful poet, and we've published many of Carol's poems in our newsletter, and now it's in our weekly e-blast.
Yeah, I did send one in a couple recently that weren't published. So, yeah, I do like to write poetry.
Yeah. I think we have, speaking of writing poetry, you've put together a beautiful book of poems. I think there's probably a lot of unspoken things that we all do here that have, that there's only a limited amount of time of everything that we can talk about. One thing that I really love, and one thing that we're hoping to do with these meetings, is to bring people together to share about what it is that we love and to share the camaraderie. You as a new person, I'm sure you feel it coming in the room, don't you? It's we're a very welcome group. And next month we have a special guest coming from, I meant to look up where she's coming from, somewhere way the heck out in West Virginia, southern West Virginia. Her name is Melanie Ford, and she's an author, and she's been an author. She's quite a prolific author and has been a ghostwriter and written many articles. So she's very well written. The books that she writes are really intelligent and engaging and fun. And she's going to be bringing. She's just getting ready to publish her third in a trilogy called Hillwilla, and my notes are over there. But basically, it's about a woman who because I wanted to see what she said about it, but. It's basically about a city girl who ends up out in the country, I think a number of us can relate, and turns in, by accident, ends up with a field full of llamas that she's taking care of as well. And of course, and the interesting thing is that it's a lot of what's woven in there are women's issues. It's like how, as a woman out there on her own, how does she manage in a farm in West Virginia, and then also connect with other women in the area. So it's a really well-written book. I enjoyed it a lot. I've read the first two. Like I said, the third one's coming out. So she's going to be bringing her books, and we'll be signing them for us and doing a book reading. So we're hoping to have a good turnout for that. So please come and join us. And thank you all very much. I think we're
Perfect
just about,
timing, yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. What? Did I miss something?
Can we just add a little plug for
The breakfast.
Yes, please do.
Oh, thanks.
I do know.
All right, so Women's Resource Center gives away grants for those of you who are joining us, and We have how many grantees?
Eight.
With the Elaine Brown.
Okay,
right?
8.
So we have 8 women that we raise to, and we do a breakfast, and we introduce them, give them their grants, hear their stories, and it's just a lovely, lovely time. Kind of like this, but with great people, and more food. And it's Thursday.
March 23rd,
Thank you, March 23rd.
8 to 9:30.
There you go. See, I knew you should have said this. She gives it to me.
At Shenandoah.
Yes, yeah. And yeah, it's a Shenandoah Valley Country Club. And all you have to do is go to FRWRC.org and you can purchase a ticket, reserve your place, and it's open to everyone, and we would love to have you there. So.
And that is a big celebration. That's
It
our
is a big
biggest celebration of the
celebration.
year.
Yeah,
so
it is a
it's
great
great
celebration.
time. All right, well, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Jen.
And thank you for all your years of hosting